Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video we will talk about pentatonics and how to get them under your fingers. If you haven't watched my previous pentatonics video, you can check that out for a more detailed dive in for the use case of pentatonics with chord progressions. Let's talk about how to create pentatonics. Pentatonic scale is a scale which has no half steps in it, meaning that if you play a diatonic scale, let's play C major scale. There are some half steps and whole steps in that diatonic scale, in that major scale. There is a half step in between the third, the major third and perfect fourth of that scale and the major seventh with octave. If you take away that perfect fourth and major seventh, you are left with a scale which has no half steps in it, which is also called the pentatonic scale. Penta meaning 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a scale consists of 5 notes. We can do the exact same thing with the minor scale, of course. Let's play a minor scale. If you take away the second and the sixth, you are left with the minor pentatonic scale. The A minor scale is the relative minor of that C major scale, so the notes we take off is exactly the same notes with the C major scale. We take away F and B, we take away B and F. Again, we are left away with a scale which has no half steps in it. Being lack of half steps in the pentatonic scale guarantees that the pentatonic scale will always sound good. The melodies you will create, the bass lines you will create will always sound good and flow. Like everything else in music, this has a downside, of course. If you use way too much pentatonics, since they sound so good over everything, you can sound generic and monotone. Alright, that's enough talk. The exercise we will play is the sequencing exercise. We will play 4-note and 3-note groupings for major and minor pentatonics. I will play them over 70 BPM with 8 notes. You can follow through with notation, slow it down or speed it up with your practices. Alright, let's start with A minor with 4-note groupings. 3, 4. Alright, A minor, 3-note groupings. Alright, let's continue with the major scale. The reason we do that exercise is when you practice your scales with that type of groupings, that type of sequencing exercises, you will have different starting points with your different fingers and you will be ready for real life applications. You won't be just going up and down the scales when you're creating some bass lines or creating some melodies. You will have different starting points and you want to use that scale with every way possible. You don't want to be limited with your fingers, limited with yourself when you try to create a groove or create a melody. You want to use those scales, use those arpeggios, use every shape, every way possible and create the sound you need. Alright, that's it for this pentatonics lesson. If you want to see more, make sure you subscribe. See you on the next one.